Welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a little while since we had multiple short segments come out in a single day. I think today I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and that's what I'm going to be going for. Let's start with this. Thank you, aka SARS, for the tag. We can see what I'm tagged to right here. Let's get the context, though. Pop Crave says, Chris Pratt tells Drew Barrymore TV he was broken and struggling before meeting wife Katherine Schwarzenegger. And to quote, oh, show more, man. These tweets can get longer and longer these days. Although that wasn't too bad. It was like one more line. Okay. The quote, we met at a church. I was in the front row of church. I was sneaking some glances and wondering, who is that? Anyways, what am I doing? Come on, I'm broken. Help me. But who's that? And we got those pictures, the tweet getting over 1.7 million views and over 6,100 likes and still going, as you can see. For some reason, though, there's a lot of very upset people in the comments here, calling him homophobic and abusive and stuff like that. I don't know what any of that's about, just for the record. It's simply a topic that I'm tagged to, and I really don't keep up with these Hollywood types, as you guys know. But just so you do know, apparently this relationship has upset a lot of people for some reason. Now let's get back to the tweet that I was tagged to, although I'll show you this one real quick. You see, Twitter, when someone experiences happiness in a loving relationship, getting over 2,500 likes. So it seems like the unhappy people are actually a minority, but there's still a lot of them. Anyways, with all that context now, let's get back to the tweet I was tagged to as mentioned. So this person says, the boring love story of a straight couple. I just think it's funny that it implies that like gay relationships are so much less boring. I mean, we're in 2023 now. LGBT stuff is extraordinarily mainstream. It's not like it's something like wildly unique. You're like, oh wow, a gay relationship? I've never seen that before. Yeah, I guess maybe if Mad Boy was sleeping under a rock for the last decade or so, maybe that would be an accurate take for them. My point is, at least for me personally, and you don't have to agree, I just don't find anything interesting inherently about a relationship. It doesn't matter if it's a gay relationship, and I'm using that a bit loosely. It can, also involve lesbians and whatever. I'm just figure of speech, right? I don't care if it's a gay relationship or a straight relationship. There's just nothing inherently interesting about that stuff. I'll just say, like, good for you, If they're in a happy relationship, I mean, that's good. I'm happy for them, but it's not something I particularly find interesting at all. I'll give you a couple of real brief examples of things I do find more interesting from a relationship. Sometimes you hear stories of friends that go through like near-death experiences together, like some real traumatic thing happened, and that pulls them together. They end up dating and having like a really strong relationship and strong connection. That's interesting because like I said, it's like, dang, they went through some crazy stuff together and it brought them close together. Another example, sometimes you see people who are like married for like 30, 40 years. That's a bit interesting because it's like, dang, they must be doing something right. Going back to the tweet from Mad Boy, let's take a look at some of the responses. The fact this has 1,000 likes is sad. Y'all are miserable. Over 1,000 likes? Bruh. Thanos was right. Half y'all MFs need to go. We got that South Park character here. Me getting executed for being straight in 2050. Yeah, at this rate, it'll be like 2030. That's a joke, by the way. Also, I was kidding about the South Park thing. I'm just curious if anyone's going to comment. Like, instantly pause the video and comment about that. We'll see. And then right below that one, we actually got a Ruby meme. Didn't expect to see Ruby on this topic. All right, one more, then we'll wrap it up. Twitter when straight couples exist. I mean, speaking of which, it is kind of funny that just yesterday, we had a segment where part of the segment involved this lady with the pride flag in the background who was like all mad at the straight relationship. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of chill LGBT people out there, but man, some of that stuff can get toxic. It's crazy. And as I mentioned, like plenty of LGBT on LGBT toxicity as well. But that's a topic for another video, so I'll wrap this one up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, appreciate you and your time. I'll see you in the comments and in the next segment on the way.